Michael Burry is best known for his prediction of the 2008 housing market crisis and making huge gains in the process. Christian Bale portrayed him in the movie The Big Short, which is based on a book of the same name. He is very active on Twitter, where he posts as Cassandra BC regularly about the economic situation of the country and has time and again predicted losses and economic upheavals. This time, he's predicting something even worse in terms of a recession and stock market crash. Looking at the circumstances around us right now and how inflation keeps getting worse, Michael Burry's prediction might come true once again. But there's nothing conclusive about a prediction, so why worry? Stay with me till the end if you want to understand why Michael Burry's predictions matter and why you should take his words seriously. Back in February 2021, Burry predicted skyrocketing inflation, which has now materialized as he had said. He further warned investors that the biggest crash of all time was headed our way. And following this, the S&P 500 has dropped almost 12%, and the blue chip index is down about 21% in just over 6 months. Retail investors and experts have been building up hype around stocks of Tesla and GameStop, and many tokens including Dogecoin and Bitcoin. Using marketing gimmicks on social media, they've been able to promote these stocks and claim that the prices are going to the moon. Burry was not amused. He threw some shade on these promoters, saying in a now deleted tweet that the prices will go to a cold, dark place if that's what they meant by the moon. By the way, are you enjoying this video? Then give it a like and hit the subscribe button. It really helps me grow the channel and bring you the best content about investing. The Big Short inspiration has also launched a relentless assault on the speculation around cryptocurrency. He also claimed boldly that the cryptocurrencies were a speculative bubble ready to pop at any time. Taking to Twitter, he commented that crypto keeps falling from trillions and meme stock is taking the fall from tens of billions. A look at the bigger picture will help explain what Burry is talking about. We can see Bitcoin fall by 57%, Ethereum by 70%, and Elon Musk's favorite Dogecoin by 59%. Shockingly, by the start of 2022, the Bitcoin market cap was around 891 billion. And when you're watching this video, it has come down to 369 billion. A reduction of over 522 billion is about the size of a small country's GDP, say Ireland's. And you know what's the most surprising thing of all? Burry had predicted the extent of the losses in exactly the same way. He had proclaimed that the total losses might equate to the size of the GDP of small countries. Some people might say that Burry is just another crypto hater, but that's far from the truth. He's the owner of Scion Asset Management and has been consistently right about the future of financial markets. According to this expert, he thinks that the blockchain and the overall nature of these crypto coins are pretty smart. Michael Burry even went ahead and openly said that he doesn't hate Bitcoin, and he supported this claim by saying that at this point, Bitcoin has to be relevant. But even after all this, Burry continues to be a critic of crypto for his reasons. One of the biggest arguments that he provides against Bitcoin is that if this currency gains too much popularity, then the government will do everything in their power to destroy it. A lot of finance experts have held this belief for a long time because they can't see a steady future for cryptocurrency. Governments love to control currency and can't risk losing this control. This was the main reason why China was so quick to get rid of cryptocurrency and outlaw it. And with Biden's recent executive order, the USA has set its own path to acquiring a digital dollar. The collapse of Bitcoin, coupled with the drop in people's personal savings, in Burry's opinion, will be the main driving factors of this oncoming economic turmoil. If Burry is right again, then the S&P 500 will fall 25% more, and that might be its worst first half performance since 1970. So the index might also drop to as low as 2,800 in 2022. That's quite a huge reduction, but some people think that constant warnings and retractions from Burry have made this all into the cry wolf story. Elon Musk went ahead and called him a broken clock as well. But Burry isn't the only one who has been predicting an economic crash. Billionaire investors such as Jeffrey Gundlach, Leon Cooperman, and Stanley Druckenmiller have issued warnings as well. According to all these finance experts, crypto is more like a speculation game and not a solid financial asset because in this economic weather, things are just getting worse. People are not taking the risk of investing in Bitcoin, but instead are actually taking their money out. Other than the speculative bubble created by crypto, Burry has blamed this mega inflation crisis on the Ukraine war because it has hiked up global fuel prices, and the mishandling of personal savings during the pandemic has now put an extra load on the everyday consumer, thus affecting the overall economy. People are spending more, saving less, borrowing extensively, and burning through the cash and their savings from the pandemic. So the US economy has been running on borrowed time because no one knows what Americans will do once they run out of savings. The effects of this reduced spending capacity have been felt deeply even by economic giants like Amazon. The e-commerce company has reported a mere 7% increase in revenue in the first quarter of this year, which pales in comparison to the stark 44% growth in the previous year. Simply put, people have less money to spend. Burry predicts there's going to be a huge economic recession and difficulty to make ends meet because most likely people will lose their jobs and livelihood. All the mortgage-backed securities and other loans such as car loans will be increased and consumers won't have a way to deal with it. And it all seems all too familiar to him. As he tweeted, "As I said about 2008, it's like watching a plane crash." And the speculation games created by the crypto market have made things worse, in his opinion. Cryptocurrency is only valuable if people are willing to pay any money for it. It's highly unlikely that it will happen when they're already dealing with inflation. Coupling skyrocketing inflation, reduction in personal savings, and lower spending capacity with crypto speculation makes this whole situation all the more fragile. The mother of all crashes may indeed be on our way. By the way, be sure to check my previous video on Burry's predictions and a similar warning issued by Jamie Dimon. I'll leave the links in the description. What do you think about Burry's predictions? And do the ingredients fit in this whole economic collapse recipe in your opinion? Write recession in the comments if you think that you need to brace for a major economic upheaval next. If you learned something new from today's video, click the subscribe button and hit the bell icon to be the first to see my next video. I make deep dives like this every week where I uncover the secrets of money and business.